Hi there, thanks for coming back to the channel. The title for today's video is how to promote your YouTube videos on social media. Keep watching and I'll give you my thoughts after the break. Hi there. Before we get into today's topic, if you've not subscribed already, today's topic, how to promote your YouTube videos on social media. To give it some context, I approach everything from a B2B perspective, so I'm going to have a B2B flavor to the answer I give here. So if you're in B2C and you had a different type of business, then your key platforms may differ. Okay, from a B2B perspective, the key platforms for you are going to be LinkedIn. Here's my LinkedIn profile, Twitter, and YouTube itself, of course. And you would post your new video. So here's an example of a new video. Let's go uploads. I posted a LinkedIn story. This is what happened. You'd post that to LinkedIn, post it to Twitter, post it also to Facebook. This is my book page. I also have a company page. So you could post all of those, that video to all of those platforms. And you might post it twice because it's just published, and then you should add it to a content library for a social media management tool. Content library is a store of all your evergreen content so that it can rotate on an ongoing basis. Rather than you having to schedule it more than once, you can put it into the content library for these tools, and I'm going to talk about the tool in a moment that I use, and then it will keep rotating forever and ever. And then it will be spaced. It will be obviously there'll be other pieces of content, so it won't be just that new video being posted, but there'll be lots of pieces of content. For example, you might have 300 videos and they just rotate round and round so that the videos are being posted on the platforms that you've designated, and obviously the platforms that you have accounts in. I use a tool called eClincher to achieve that. You can see here with eClincher you can post on LinkedIn direct from this tool. You can post on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, also Pinterest and TikTok. I don't use Pinterest or TikTok. I mean, I have accounts there, but I don't use them to post B2B content. And I don't really use Instagram. Occasionally I'll post on Instagram, but I don't have a sort of daily post scheduled. And to do that, you'd need a business account on Instagram, and you can do that. You can run one of those, i.e. scheduled posts from eClincher if you've got a business account. Okay, let's come away from eClincher. So that's the overall procedure. Most people forget to post it after the first couple of times of posting it. They think, oh, everybody's seen it. But then if you compare that to a television commercial that you've seen, you see it more than once and you don't complain. So if people see a tweet about a particular video a couple of times, it's not going to be a problem to anybody, so that's fine. Just continue on, make sure that you get the reach that you need, the number of impressions, and then that will translate into views and engagement for your videos. So that's how to promote, quite simply, that's how to promote your videos using social media. You can go to another level. Another level means that the groups, there are LinkedIn groups and there are also Facebook groups. If you're members of LinkedIn groups, and I've made a couple of videos about LinkedIn groups, so look in the description for the videos relevant for LinkedIn groups. If you're a member of LinkedIn groups, then you can post your new video in those groups, providing it's relevant. Don't spam the group with your latest video just because you want to put your latest video there. If it's relevant to a discussion that's going on, if it's relevant to the focus of the group, yes, put your video there in one of the discussions. Similarly with Facebook, if you're in a group that is centered around the content of your latest video, or it might be your communications platform, maybe all around a particular aspect that's relevant for that group, then you'll know if it's relevant. You'll know that you're not spamming. Put your video in there. If not, avoid it. Don't just go into every group you can and spam your video, because you'll just end up annoying people and even might get a negative reaction to your videos just because you've been posting them in the wrong place. So those are my tips for promoting your latest video using social media. There can be other platforms. For example, lots of large YouTubers are very good using a platform called Reddit. and they have popular Reddits and people and lots of fans who will go in there and comment on their Reddit posts. But Reddit is a platform that's very difficult for the newcomer. It's not easy, and they as a general rule, Reddit users don't like people posting promotional videos for their own commercial benefit. So you might get a negative reaction just by using Reddit. So be careful with Reddit. There may be other platforms. I mentioned TikTok. I don't use TikTok for B2B content. I don't think it's relevant, but if you're in a different sector, it might be relevant for you. So that's something that you can consider. That's how you do it. If you want to have a look at some of so let's go to Twitter. You can see, let's go to the profile, click on my profile here. And so you can see that I've posted and I have rotating content around lots of different pieces of content. Some of it's written, some of it's video, like that one there, for example. Is it too late to start YouTube? And you've got to have active profiles if you're going to. You can't just post a tweet every time you've got a new video. You need to be engaging on the platform more than that. And the same applies to LinkedIn. And I was quite surprised recently when I read that only a very small percentage of people on LinkedIn. So let me give you some of the figures for LinkedIn I discovered recently. So there's 722 million people on the platform, and it's only around 3 million who create content on a weekly basis. So that's a very small percentage. I think it's something like 0.41. I know that because of one of my recent videos, and if you want to find out more about that, you can watch the recent videos that relate to LinkedIn stories. And so there's 2 of those that I've uploaded in the last couple of weeks, so have a look at those. That's just leads on to a broader point, which is you must understand the nuances and the specifications needed for each platform. So you can't just cut and post exactly the same on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, because you need to understand how those platforms work, what are the best performing posts, and you have to have an idea of how you're going to tweak that content and then schedule it into the content libraries on eClincher, because that's the tool I use, in a way that it's going to get a good level of engagement on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, etc. Just respect the differences between the platforms and post your new video accordingly. So hopefully that's been a good answer. It's a question I was asked in a webinar recently, and I shared my answer in the webinar, and I just wanted to share it with you on YouTube as well. I hope this video has been useful to you. Thanks for watching all the way through. If you've liked this video, give me a like. Click on one of the 2 screenshots to watch another video. If you haven't subscribed already, I look forward to speaking to you next time. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.